So, did any of you guys see the TheOdd1sOut news video? Well, I didn't. Well, if you did, you probably remember this guy.
What's your question? My question is that I want to make a bet with all of you that in 1 year I'm going to be up on stage with you performing at Scribble Showdown.
Well, that was not me, but I wish it was me. So that guy's goal is now my goal. But from my knowledge, they seemingly only take in animators, and since my animation talent is not exactly godlike like their own, I'm just going to have to find another way to get included. So because of that, I am going to become the greatest Scribblenaut player in the world. So the first step in becoming the greatest Scribblenaut player in the world is to get the game. So we're just gonna quickly go into the Nintendo store and buying Scribblenaut Showdown. Then, oh holy moly! Yeah, this ain't working. So instead quickly grab the Scribblenaut Unlimited version on Steam, on sale. So now that problem was solved. So in Scribblenauts we follow Maxwell, a young boy with a magical notebook that allows him to make anything in the world without consequences. And his sister Lily, who has a magical globe that allows her to travel anywhere in the world instantaneously. So their parents thought, yeah, maybe they're going to grow up to become spoiled brats. So they decided to send them out in the world all by themselves. And on the way, they meet an old man who wants some food. So they decide to give him a rotten apple, because they're just so nice. And then he eats him, and in return, they decide to turn Lily into stone. And only by doing good deeds and getting star rights are we able to remove the curse. But wait, probably thinking, where is their Zack Scott's image in the corner? I thought you were the one playing this game. Well, yeah, funny story actually. It turns out after I played for about 45 minutes, it turned out that I had forgot to press record. And even funnier story, while I was reading this line for the first time, it turns out I had also forgot to press record. So I'm really not good at pressing the record button. Fortunately, I remembered it all the other times. Hopefully, just you won't be able to see the beginning. You will have to live with, you know, the other half of the game. But that's probably fine. Okay, World 1, the capital city firehouse. I started by going up to this dog who wanted to become a firehouse dog, so I quickly gave him a fireman hat. Then I gave this guy who wanted to test the fire alarms a fire so that he can more easily test it, and burn himself. And then this girl wanted to defibrillate this dummy's heart, so I gave her a defibrillator. As easy as that. And this guy's house was on fire, so I quickly got him a psychiatrist to deal with the fact that his house just got burned down. And then I gave him my builder and gave that builder a hammer so that he can fix this house. So everything was now fine and done. And this guy wanted some eardrums so that his friend could stop snoring. And this guy wanted some hat, but I don't really care. And this guy wanted to know what the time was, so I gave him a clock, since, you know, that's the easiest way to do stuff like that. And then this guy wanted to tendons his steak, so I gave him a hammer, because, I don't know, that's what the guide said. I'm not that smart. Now it was time to the real challenge. Fighting a zombie apocalypse. Went down to this guy who wanted a gun to fight zombies. And then this girl was extremely distressed over the fact that a zombie apocalypse. So I gave her a teddy bear to cope, I guess. And then I have no idea how this happened, but I just put some random stuff in a crate, and suddenly it turned into a giant mecha suit somehow. And then I engaged in a very epic fight with zombies. Like, wow, look at this. How exciting. But it worked, and now it was time to actually start extinguishing some fires. Because of that, I painted this car red. I got this guy a speaker as a siren. I gave this guy fire extinguisher so they can actually start extinguish fires. And then I simply unmade all the cars on the way so that we could get past. And then that somehow killed me. I think I accidentally made myself gone. Yeah, okay, no, I don't care. Next world, there's Saurus Park. Here we got a mouse and some predators. We got these girls, a friendly T-Rex. And then we put a doctor in an egg because we needed someone that sucked blood. So we put a doctor in an egg. And that worked. And then we painted the sheep green so they can more easily blend in with the dinosaur. And then we stopped our brother from hunting dinosaur by taking his bow. And we gave this dinosaur a feather so that he can sneeze out a suit. And then we gave this girl a basketball so that she can help this dinosaur to learn basketball. And then and then we got told that this butterfly would cause terrible things in the future. So we simply shot it at. Then we finally found this kid's pet dinosaur, which we proceeded to give to him. But now he got kidnapped by a dinosaur, so we simply shot him these two. Okay, next world. This guy wanted some medicine, and this guy wanted some logs, so we quickly gave them those. And this girl was dead, so we simply revived her back from the dead. These fish, we gave these fish a rotten apple, because apparently they're vegetarians, and we don't accept that. And this boat was sinking, so we simply attached a rope to it, got it down into the water, and made it float. And bada bim bada boom, it was now working again. We then gave this guy a camera, this guy some speakers, and we gave ourselves a monkey costume to blend in. We also gave this kid a paintbrush. And we made this lantern over here burn. And now we had to learn this businessman to fish. So we gave him a fishing rod, a fishing hat, and then we gave different kind of bait to different fish, and until he had a trophy wall full. And bada bim bada boom, we got the star right. And but now we had to give these monkeys some different people in here. And it was about at this time I realized that this was not working out. Cause you see, originally I planned to literally show you every single item I made. But the problem is that I quickly realized that would become extremely repetitive and it would not be fun to animate. So instead I'm just going to choose out a couple of levels and start playing those instead in more detail. You know, and which 3 levels we're going to choose? The final 3, of course. Why the final 3? Because they take place in space! Everyone loves space, right? Firstly, this brain asked for a host, so I made a zombie before I proceeded to make myself flying and super fast. But an interesting detail, it turns out that anyone touches a zombie, they become a zombie themselves, even if you are the main protagonist. And as all zombies movies have taught you, zombies are notoriously slow. Unfortunately, it is a quick fix. So I gave this zombie pig a carrot. Wait, a zombie pig? Where did that come from? Well. So we went to this zombie girl. Wait, what is going on here? Well, it turns out that if you're a zombie, even if you yourself are bitten by a zombie, everyone you touches, including other NPCs, also turns into a zombie. But with them, I can't just remove the undead part. So, and I also tried to write alive, but that didn't work either. So I just have to be really careful. I don't touch any zombies, and if I do touch a zombie, I don't touch any other NPCs. Well, anyways, this girl wanted a bite from her, so I gave her a hamburger. What, did you think I was going to give her a human or something? Idiots. Well, then I went to Maxwell's brother, who tried to communicate with some aliens who didn't speak English. So I gave him an obvious solution. A piano. I totally did not have to look that up, trust me. And this robot wanted to look human, so I wrote human costume. And I got, what? Well, but he said he wanted a crown, so I gave him it, and that worked. Then I accidentally became a zombie again and turned his baby and his entire family into zombies as well. Sorry. Before I gave him immortality. And then I discovered the pig didn't even like my carrot, so I gave him an entire farm. Now it is time to defend against aliens. First I gave this guy a gun and he made a robot. Then I gave the robot a heart to make it more human, and it fought better against a vampire. Then he wanted a dinosaur, and the robot fought against a... And then I gave him wings, but he fought against a fucking Jabberwocky. What is going on here? And now it's escape time. I started on shield generator to break this guy free. Then I reflected some lasers with a mirror. Then I made an endless stream of mailmen to try to make this dog move, but it didn't work, so I resorted to stake. But oh no, his spaceship is broken. Not anymore. Next place, the moon. This rover made a bet with me that I couldn't jump over a hole in the ground with him, so I proved him wrong. This mouse needed someone to mine the moon for him to get cheese, so I gave him a reality check. Now we have an Eskimo who needed a ship to fight a space whale. Sure thing, buddy. Now we meet an alien who wants to speak to a cow, so I gave him a piano. Wait, that didn't work? Well, have a transfer to run, you poor chump. This guy did not want to move his spaceship slightly to the right, so I had to remove some rocks for him. Then we meet Matt Damon, so I gave him some potatoes. Our brother needed a propeller, so I gave him one. And then this trash collector felt too lazy to do his job, so he sent me on a trash run to get all the trash on the moon. I will come back to you. Then I had to remove this asteroid. Man, it's so hard to be nice. And there, that's the final space junk piece. Now it's time to fight aliens. Again. First, we need to defend up some horrible, evil cats. Have yourself a treat, dog. Then an alien destroyed a farm, and some zombies moved in, so I gave them a brain. And then gave the farmers a new house made of iron. Not to be outdone, the alien made a giant carnivorous plant that I proceeded to burn down. Excuse me, I'll just be taking this. Now it's time to fend off a black hole. First we had to study the hole, so we blasted in a scientist. And since it turns out that it's impossible to escape from a black hole, we sent a hairball into it to block it off. That didn't work. So we sent in Elon Musk cars into it, but that was not very effective. So I said screw it and just launched a nuke into it. Did not work. So then I sent the sun itself into the black hole and it got destroyed. Can I just have the star right now, please? Final level, the space station. I think I did these levels in the reverse order, but nah, it doesn't matter. This guy's cow tried jumping over the moon, but failed, so I had to go out and get it. And this super smart ape trapped this human, but we traded him for a banana. Then we meet an alien tourist who wants a human environment for some other humans to pose in. So I gave them a garden, and he was happy with that. This mad scientist wanted me to test his teleporter, but I decided to test it with a rock first. And I'm glad I did that. Then I found James Bond, who had forgotten his hidden camera, so I gave him one of mine. And then the captain of the ship had crashed into a firefly, and the entire ship stopped. So I revived it from the dead, and it just flew away. Then we meet a poor woman who could not afford a ticket and was threatened to getting thrown into space, so I gave her $1. Hey, hold on, you have a dog? But you did not have a single dollar on you? I think I just got scammed. This girl needs her weight to work and to keep her gains, even though that would not work in space. Let's not tell her about that little detail. Final boss, we have to face up against a league of evil scientists before I do something bad. And to do that, we need to gain their trust. So we started by fixing this guy's jetpack by putting a battery in it, silly him. And then this evil veterinarian needed a pet that could live without gravity, and was happy with a little bird. Then we had to fill this brain with knowledge by giving him a college hat. This kid wanted to ride his robot hamster, so I gave him a saddle. These guys are not actually that bad. And then it turns out that even villains need barbers. But they don't have scissors, so I had to give him one. We had done it. We had sneaked past all of the league. Now we just have to shut down their computer. But oh no, it was a trap by this weird cyborg thing. Fortunately, I had its most obvious weakness of all time. And that's it. We got all the 6 stars, so we needed to save Lily. Yay! It's time to... Oh, come on! So we started by shrinking down Pinocchio's nose so that he could keep telling lies. Then Mary wanted to find her lamb, but I was not in the mood for that yet. And on the way we met Rumpelstiltskin, who needed some straw to weave into gold. We then met Maxwell's brother, who needed a pea to test if this girl was a real princess. And turns out, she was. This mirror made fun of this noblewoman, so we made her prettier instead of just, breaking the mirror. We also met Maxwell's baby brother, who was floating for some reason, and we had to return him safely down to the ground by giving him superpowers. The wolf needed our help to blow down this house, so I gave him a fan that blew up the house and killed me. This is what happens when you do good deeds, kids. So I gave up on that and instead just made this girl giant, and she didn't explode for once. The Pied Piper needed an instrument, so I dropped a piano on his head. He was not happy. Fine, and just hit the flute around you. Rapunzel had too much hair, so I shrinked her down, and her hair, before I fixed Humpty Dumpty. This cat didn't like having boots, but because she didn't have thumbs either, she couldn't get them off, so I made her slippery. Then I made the lamp girl a magnifying glass, and she found her lamp in no time. And now I got all of the... I gave Hansel some rocks, gave this witch some wood so she could cook Hansel, but then I made Hansel disgusting so she ran out of the oven, where Gretel then pushed her into it and cooked her alive, and then I freed Hansel and got the final star right. Here you go, Lily. I got all the 60 star eyes you wanted. Wait, that didn't work? Then it turns out the old man was our dad who turned his daughter into something teach a lesson about hard work or something. So does that mean I collected all of these star eyes for nothing? Well, anyway, we learned an important lesson about helping others in need and blah 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 blah, not important. What's important is that now I am the world's greatest Scribblenaut player. No, I can't wait. Why did I want this again? Oh yeah, of course, to tour with TheOdd1sOut. Now he has to accept me. Wait, why did I want to tour with TheOdd1sOut again? Oh, I never explained why. Well, that does not matter. To everyone, share this video with everyone you know. In theory, if all of you does that, you'll be shared with everyone on the planet, including TheOdd1sOut. And please, like and subscribe. What do you mean people have beaten this game in under 30 minutes?